there's no debate. I mean, Pau, when he retires, he will have his number in the rafters next to mine. The reality is, I don't win those championships without Pau. The city of LA doesn't have those 2 championships without Pau Gasol. We know that. Everybody knows that. And I really look forward to the day where he's there giving his speech at center court in front of all the fans who have supported him over the years. So it's going to be an awesome night.
And there you have it right there from the late, great Kobe Bryant. When asked a couple of years ago if he thought Pau Gasol deserved to have his jersey retired, and it was a no-brainer to him then. He knew it then, and we now know today that Pau Gasol will have his jersey retired by the Los Angeles Lakers in this upcoming season, March 7th, against his former team, the Memphis Grizzlies. Much deserved. But before we get into that, welcome to another installment of Turn Up the AC Hot Takes with the Reason on a solo edition. Pau Gasol, 6-time NBA All-Star, 2-time NBA champion, 4-time All-NBA, 2002 All-Rookie Team, and the 2002 Rookie of the Year. Pau Gasol was very skilled, and in his prime, I'd say he was a top 15 player in the league at his absolute peak. Probably about a top 15 player in the league. Top 3 to 5 big man in the league. You know, because we still had the likes of Dwight Howard. We still had the likes of Kevin Garnett. You know, other, players like that. But Pau Gasol was the perfect complementary player for Kobe Bryant. The perfect Robin to his Batman. Career averages of 17 points, 9.2 rebounds, 3.2 assists, 50.7% field goal percentage, and 75% from the free throw line. Pau Gasol did it all for us Laker fans. He could shoot. He could shoot out the mid range. He can make free throws. He had a low post game. Very, very skilled. He could finish with both hands at the rim. One of the all-time great international players in terms of for his country, Spain. And arguably, I would say I'd probably put him in the top 10 of international players all time. I think it's safe to say he would make that top 10 list. Off the top of my head, I'm not really, I don't have nothing in front of me to say who are the other top international players. Like, the top 5 is Hakeem, Olajuwon, Manu Ginobili, Luka's coming on quick. Jokic. He's already coming on quick. Tony Parker. That's just off the top of my head right there as for international players. But I think it's safe to say Pau Gasol would make a top 10 list of international players of all time. Absolute 100%. Pau Gasol is a Hall of Famer. That's coming soon. I cannot wait for that to happen as well. But yeah, man, Pau Gasol getting his jersey retired is much deserved, and it's going to be a very emotional night for Laker fans all over the world that night, because he's going to talk about Kobe and how much Kobe meant to him, and it's going to be a tearjerker, I think, for a lot of us, myself included. Pau Gasol is arguably the greatest Memphis Grizzly of all time. And if he's not, it's because he didn't play long enough there. His brother is also in the mix. And, of course, now, Ja Morant. Pau Gasol probably loses the argument of best Grizzly of all time because he never won a playoff game. But he did take them to the playoffs 3 times. He got swept every year, but he took them 3 times. I think he played the Spurs like twice. And, a young team with a young Pau is not going to beat the Spurs and Tim Duncan. You know what I mean? So, ain't nothing wrong with, getting beat by the Spurs. But, when he came to the Lakers, that first year was rough. I mean, we made it to the finals, and we lost in 6 to the Celtics. But Pau took a beating in that NBA Finals. Pau took so much criticism from everybody, from Laker fans, from the media, from anybody who was talking basketball at that time. Pau Gasol was pretty beaten up physically during the finals against Boston, because he had to go up against Kendrick Perkins, KG. Who else did they have at that time? Boston had some dogs in the front court, and Powell didn't have Andrew Bynum next to him, so he had to, you know what I'm saying, go head to head and with KG and all them boys, and he got shown what it was like, and he had to get physical. And over the next year, he definitely developed that killer instinct that he needed. And he's going to thank Kobe for it. And I believe it was all Kobe that put that killer instinct into him. Because even that summer after losing in 2008, Pau Gasol lost in the Olympic gold medal game against Team USA and Kobe Bryant. And what Kobe Bryant did the very first day at training camp, he put his gold medal in Pau Gasol's locker and said, "This is what you're still missing this. You need to get one of these. You need to win." And it probably, I wouldn't be surprised if it pissed Pau off to see that. But Kobe wanted to push his buttons because Kobe knew Pau Gasol had it in him. And 6.5 years with the Lakers, 3 finals appearances, Pau showed it. He got there. He got to be that dog that we wanted him to be. And it was a beautiful thing to see him and Kobe play together for those 6.5 years. Pau's career averages with the Lakers, 17.7 points, 9.9 rebounds, 3.5 assists, 1.4 blocks, while shooting 52% in just about 36 minutes a game for 429 games. This was a steal of the century when we got him. We traded a very, very young Marc Gasol and Kwame Brown for Pau. And it worked out to the tune of 3 straight finals appearances and 2 NBA championships, and the rest is history. And yeah, man, I'm very happy that Pau's getting his jersey retired. I just wanted to drop this little video to talk about it a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Just to get it out there, because I'm a Laker fan, and this is great news for us. I'm going to do what I can to be in the building that night. I sure hope it can happen. But if not, I'll definitely be watching on TV. But, yeah, man, I just wanted to drop my thoughts on Pau Gasol getting his jersey retired. Much deserved. Arguably, I think you could put Pau Gasol in the top 10 Lakers of all time as well. He ain't going to be close. He's going to be closer to 10 than 5. He might be 9 or 10. But off the top of my head, of course. Because, let's see, we got Kobe, Jerry West, Kareem, Shaq, Magic, James Worthy. Who else? You could put LeBron in there. He's definitely not a top 5 Laker. He's definitely closer to the back end of the top 10. And after that, who else is for sure in front of Pau? I mean, yeah, I think Pau Gasol is a top 10 Laker of all time. You could have him, I'll probably say 8 or 9 in that list. Maybe 10, but regardless, I think he's a top 10 Laker of all time. So, yeah, man, I just wanted to talk a little bit about Pau and getting his jersey retired and how much I think it's very, very much deserved. So until next time, comment, hate, debate, whatever you want to do, we appreciate it all. This has been Reason. Turn up the AC hot takes, and we're out.